we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory, straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Maybe it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now ETN to start the drive. They find some open field here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that.
That's me.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
There's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Good job, Avonte. Good hit. Good job.
By Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And
what kind of tackle was that?
Coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They go play action with Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Burt sets up to throw it. Nowhere to go.
That's not a fumble. Come on.
Jags grab it.
Tell me I didn't just see these first two possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do better? Maybe not better, huh?
Oh, his arm was going forward.
Very sloppy start. Think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
So that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
On second down, ETN.
Fellas, come on, English will take it. They can't fumble.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Jaguars at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Got me while switching.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Come on. Who is that? Come on, Dunn.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Back to the ground with ETN. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, ETN.
Come on, man. Come on, fellas.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
X3, 2 jump. 3 times, 132 fighter. Hey, exit.
From the gun on 3rd down,
Got me
Lawrence.
with it.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll go again with ETN. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On play action, Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is brought down at the 22 after 8
He just gonna muscle Jordan Davis. Come on, man. They got to stop this on Madden, man. They have to. Like, I mean, he just sit up here and just okay.
From the 22, Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram.
Push the ball out, man.
This down inside the 15. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Good job.
They're looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
Get up.
Micah Hyde.
Good job.
And the Eagles are going
Micah
to take
Hyde.
over once again at their own
Good D.
25-yard line.
Definitely not the
Had to
ideal
make
time
up for
to see
him
that
pushing
mistake
off on Jordan
because
Davis.
This is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Oh, good job.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Oh, get out of Miles. There you go, Miles.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
I think I wish the Eagles would have kept him. Ain't Miles is my guy. I wish the Eagles would have kept him.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it
Come on,
away.
fellas. We got momentum. Let's go.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now we just shifted y'all that way.
Take this one up to the 35-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Going deep downfield for Ross.
Oh, good catch.
He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars.
That's all speed. That would have nothing to do with the play call. That was all speed.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Let's go now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner,
I look at it like this. Quez Watkins is better than John Ross. He would never get off like that.
Last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
No gain on the play there. Second down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Second down, back to Sanders. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Hurts.
Good job, Devontae
Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
I got a block, man. Uh-oh, that's a nano blitz.
In motion goes the
especially when they bring the safety right there.
On second down, Gainwell
looking
for space. And some room to maneuver.
Get out there.
And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 23-yard line. A big pickup of 38. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing his Hurts. That swung out wide to Sanders.
Miles.
And he'll get nothing out of that.
Got nothing out of that.
2nd and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
That's unacceptable,
now
man.
the Eagles will use the second
Unacceptable, Miles.
As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Look.
Here's Hurts to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to be incomplete.
An excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Wow, they won't even let me. Come on, that's the coverage.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into.
And now look at this. Big
fumble.
Gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time.
There you go.
But still,
when
you get
there.
defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you.
I missed it.
Position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and that will keep this a 3-point game. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead seeding. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, they'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the
passer
and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football in the second half, that's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Good job, AJ.
Eagles. A.J. Brown, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1.
Fumble.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
We need to stop, man.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, magical sprint.
Good move. Oh, wow.
Now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Touchdown, Jaguars! I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big time play.
Yeah, John Ross getting off. He was like a 60, 70 overall player. And Query Watkins can't get off like that. He faster.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know.
Wow, good pick. Come on. A.J. Brown. He just gonna muscle A.J. Brown. Come on, man. I don't understand about Madden, man. He just gonna muscle A.J. Brown.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence.
Good job.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross.
Come on, Come on, Devontae Maddox. Look at John Ross getting off like he's just a great one, bro.
Touchdown number 50. And the Jags have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point. That will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts going deep here for Watkins. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue.
Linebacker, man.
I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks.
Couldn't even be the linebacker.
Back there, more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down, sharing the first down marker at the 11. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will finish off this third quarter of play. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And y'all know he about to run the ball.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them...
Good job.
Look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Ah, good way to squeeze through there.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
On first down, Hurts. Again, that's Watkins. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun to give the game well. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. A late turnover so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Andre Cisco.
Bad play call on my part. It's my bad.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will. His head play backfires.
Hit the wrong audible.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
I made the wrong route. That's my fault. Good D.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown.
Good
but
job.
Now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Kyron Johnson there on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second down, ETN once
job,
more.
Blitz.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On third down, Lawrence.
Good pick, boy. Good job, Slay.
Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They go play action with Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
He wasn't open.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first and 10, it's Sanders. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
One for John Ross.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now, Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Back to throw, Lawrence. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Lawrence.
Oh, man, they need to switch off the guy.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, this was a very close